Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Good Thursday morning to all of you out there. Thanks for listening to your locally owned homegrown radio stations. A very important day today.
Okay.
Something we all like to have in life, not just golf.
Not just golf. A mulligan.
Yes.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
National Mulligan Day today.
Do-over.
Can I do it over? If you're in school and you have a bad test, can I take the test again? If I mess something up at work, can I do it over again? And hopefully in a lot of cases, you can. That's a life mulligan. Now in golf, you can buy mulligans.
Yeah.
I suppose in life you can buy mulligans too. Some rich people do.
Yeah, there probably are some occasions where you can see that.
Lots of mulligans, you know.
Yeah.
Those 5% of the people in the country who are gajillionaires. I don't have to do that because I can buy a mulligan.
Yeah.
Right? That's also Forgive an Ex Day.
Forgive an Ex Day.
Ex-spouse.
Okay. Wow. Wonder how can your mind not go to Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck? Wonder if they're celebrating that today because they're like broke up again, right?
Did
they
divorced.
split again?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. He had bought a camper and went off on his own for a while.
Oh.
But I think it's over.
Okay.
J-Lo, Ben Affleck. Yeah, they probably are not in this category, but here's a couple of examples of people who were married that have forgiven one another.
Oh, okay.
On the celebrities side of things. Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt.
Oh.
They get along just fine.
Do they? Okay.
Yeah. I don't know about Brad's other wife, but anyway, Gwyneth Paltrow and Chris Martin, they get along okay now that they went through court.
Oh,
They had a big drama celebrity court thing, but they got it worked out.
Oh.
Lisa Bonet and Lenny Kravitz get along fine.
Oh.
In fact, Lenny's daughter is quite a very talented young lady, and she enjoys having parents who get along. I happen to see a little story on that.
Huh.
And a lot of times, if there's kids involved, you know, it's a good thing to go ahead and get along for the kids.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So, Forgive an Ex Day.
Okay.
Easier said than done, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Fortunately, you and I have not experienced that, but it's a stat out there that's pretty strong.
Yes.
I mean, a lot of people don't make it. It's also Wear Something Gaudy Day today. Now, you've got your vintage 1949 KCNI radio shirt on. That's certainly not gaudy, but I think it does say something.
Oh, it does?
Well,
okay. Well, it's what does it say?
Well, broadcasting since 1949.
Oh, well, yes. Yes. 75 years keeping Central Nebraska informed.
Right. Wearing Something Gaudy Day, some people don't need to have a day to do that. They just
do it.
They just do it.
Every day.
Everything's okay now. Whatever you want to wear.
Okay.
However you want to do your hair. It's all good. Color your hair. Do whatever you want. Put earrings in your toes. Do whatever you want. It's also 4 Prunes Day.
4, as in the number 4?
Yeah.
4 prunes, like eat 4 prunes today?
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Yeah. Some nutritionists.
I don't know if I'll celebrate that today or not, but okay.
I don't think I ever will. Prunes, I don't know. Anyway, some nutritionists believe eating 4 prunes in one sitting will kickstart a sluggish digestive system. But check with your doctor first, or you might be in for problems.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's as far as we'll go with that. Birthdays today, Ziggy Marley, 56 today, reggae singer and son of legendary artist Bob Marley. Might try to play a little of Ziggy or Marley later. Alan Jackson, 66 today.
Wow.
34 number 1 hits. Gosh, that's pretty good, isn't it? Gary Puckett,
Oh, and the Union Gap.
Yeah. He's 82 today.
Okay.
Had 6 consecutive gold records back in the 60s, especially 1968. He continues to sing and perform today. And remember some of you folks out there going down to Fauner Park many years ago when Gary Puckett and the Union Gap. Who else played? The Monkees. There were 4 groups that played in front of these stands at the Fauner Park, and Gary Puckett was one of those.
Oh.
And the Monkees were there, at least 2 out of the 4, as I remember. Grassroots were one of the other groups there. Pretty good show, actually, and that was back when they weren't all that old.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Michael McKean is 77. He was Lenny.
On Laverne and Shirley.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. He also played David St. Hubbins in Spinal Tap, which was a fantastic show. And he also starred in Better Call Saul, and he was Chuck. Successful actor. One of those guys you knew right away who he was when you saw him on the screen, right? So those are some birthdays. If you're having a birthday today, happy birthday to you from us here at the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Let's take a look and see what will be enjoyed for lunch today, Brent.
Okay.
And today at the Prairie Pioneers Center, on this 17th day of October, it's country fried steak, mashed potatoes and carrots, dinner roll, and dessert. Call them at 872-6121 to let them know you'd like to have a meal today and that you're coming. If you're not a regular customer, you can also call the same number to set up delivery to your home, 872-6121.
Cozad today as we go to the school lunch menus, showing walking tacos today, barbecue pork sandwich, and the pizza bar at Cozad today.
And the Selma Myrna Public Schools. I might need a mulligan reading these school lunch menus. So,
hey, that's all right, man. It's do-over day.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And Selma Myrna today, made fresh spaghetti with garlic breadstick, corn dogs, Uncrustable cheese and cracker platter.
At Gothenburg today, kind of a similar menu, made fresh spaghetti with garlic breadstick, corn dog, made fresh buffalo ranch pizza, a fresh baked combo sub, and a pizza snackable on the menu today at Gothenburg. At
Loop City, Rebel Lunza or breaded pork sandwiches.
Broken Bow Middle and High School today, made fresh spaghetti with garlic breadstick, corn dog, fresh baked ham and cheese sub, and the Grill Station combo today is going to be a crispy chicken sandwich basket at Broken Bow.
Callaway Public Schools, pulled pork sandwiches, fruit, vegetables, and milk.
Ansley today, fish sticks and mac and cheese on the lunch menu today at Ansley.
Did you always look forward to fish sticks when you were a kid at school?
I was not a big fish sticks person necessarily. My favorite fish stick story though is when I married Shelley, Aubrey was like 3 years old, and it was coming up on her birthday. It was going to be her first birthday, the three of us together. And so I'm like, okay, you know what? We're going to let Aubrey pick the menu. And so I'm thinking, oh man, pizza, maybe steak. 'Cause she'll probably want me to grill. And no, it was actually the menu that they're having at Ansley. Wanted fish sticks and mac and cheese.
I love that girl.
Yeah. So we ate fish sticks that night.
I think you always had fish sticks pretty much on Friday back in the day when you went to school, because you always kind of look forward to. I like fish sticks much better than spinach.
Yeah.
So yeah. Arcadia today, they're having Oriental chicken, fruit, vegetables, and milk at Arcadia.
Sandhill School in Dunning today, baked potatoes with toppings and dessert. That'll be on the school lunch menu at Sandhills today.
Arnold Public Schools, it's goulash and tea rolls.
Thetford today, walking tacos at Thetford School.
Sargent, chicken sandwich, chips, baked beans, fruit cup, and milk.
SEM today, hamburgers on the lunch menu at Sumner, Eddyville, Miller.
And at Litchfield, hello, Cadence, nachos today. And we want to send out our thoughts to you folks out there the fire that started west of Loop City and spread yesterday to the north. And there was talk of evacuations needed, some precautions taken there. It was a nasty day. It was windy, really windy, gusting up to near 40 miles an hour, pushing that fire north. And the humidity along about mid-afternoon was like 20%. Not good conditions for firefighters out there. We're hoping you all were safe and sound. I know the farmers and everybody chipped in to keep that thing contained, and hopefully there was no major damage, but very dangerous. So again, today we have the same conditions. It's going to be in the upper 70s today. It's going to be about 10 degrees warmer or more than yesterday. Humidities are going to be lower, and we're going to have the winds again. I imagine they'll have to watch that area to make sure it doesn't kick back up again, and then everywhere around is at risk. So let's help out if we can. I know some of these things just happen, a spark off a piece of equipment, or, when it's this dry, anything can happen. And we know, as we mentioned yesterday, a lot of guys out there moving cattle and working cattle with fall calves and so forth. It's a kind of a dirty job right now with this dust and dirt. There was so much dirt in the air yesterday. It was crazy. So very dry out there. We'll have to hope for the best, but we're hoping you folks over there didn't have any major damage. I know they had, according to Jeremy's story, and he went to the fire yesterday. Thank you, Jeremy, for doing that. They had firemen stationed at some of the homes and ranches and farms to protect them. These are all volunteers, by the way.
Yep, thankful for each and every one of them.
Big day yesterday at CarQuest, and I hope they enjoyed. I know they had a big tent set up to block the wind. I stopped by to see Randy Franzen, and he'd already taken off. If you missed him, they did tell me that he'll be back on Friday morning if you want to drop by and say congratulations for near 40 years of service to the community. But they had some good food and fun yesterday.
Yeah, good.
So let's play the game.
All right, here we go.
Oh, by the way.
Yes.
Let me get this out.
Okay.
Hold on.
All right.
This has been verified by the creator of the trivia game.
Oh, boy. Okay, yeah, we
Let's see.
had a little discussion about our trivia question yesterday, if you were listening.
Yes. Let's see. Joan, where are you there? Oh, there it is. Clarification. Clarification on trivia.
Okay.
Yesterday, the question was...
Yeah, yesterday the question was, who sang Baby, I Need Your Lovin'?
That song was released in originally the Four Tops did it.
Oh.
Baby, I Need Your Lovin' in 1964.
Okay.
And Johnny Rivers covered it in 1967.
Okay.
So the choices given yesterday, the correct answer was Johnny Rivers.
Yes.
But the question is related to the creation of the transistor radio in 1954.
Yes. Yeah, but yes. In October of 1954, Texas Instruments introduced the first commercial transistor radio. So what we're asking is, we're giving you names of songs and then asking you who sang them, songs that were often heard on transistor radios. Now, this does not mean that these songs were released in 1954.
Right.
I want to stress that.
Yes.
Okay, it just, back in the days of the transistor radio, you may have heard some of these songs. Okay? So with that in mind, here is your question for today. Which band sings the song Last Train to Clarksville? Was it the Monkees, the Moody Blues, the Yardbirds, or the Hollies? Who sang Last Train to Clarksville? Was it the Monkees, the Moody Blues, the Yardbirds, or the Hollies? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
Good morning, Captain.
Good morning, Captain.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
At Echo Financial in Arnold, they believe that sometimes all you need is someone to help show you the way. It is certainly true with finances and insurance. Whether you're starting in your career or are preparing for the retirement of your dreams, Echo is there to listen, understand, and help guide your financial journey. She invites your questions and offers complimentary consultations for your retirement and legacy planning. Echo Financial offers asset management and financial planning with a heartbeat. Visit echofinancialllc.com or call 308-848-2244 to book your appointment today. Advisory services are offered through Echo Financial LLC, a registered investment advisor in the state of Nebraska. Insurance products and services are offered through Echo Financial and Echo Pelster Insurance LLC affiliated companies.
Get ready to elevate your game at Geared for Sports, right on the square in Broken Bow. They specialize in fitting you with the best shoes to match your performance. Whether you're hitting the track, the court, or the field, they've got you covered. This week only, purchase any regular price shoe and score a free 6-pack of Under Armour socks. That's right, free socks to keep you comfortable and ready to play. Stop by Monday to Friday from 10 to 6 or Saturday from 10 to 4. Geared for Sports, where your game gets the gear it deserves.
And we have Billy on the line. Good morning, Billy.
Good morning. Hi, Dave. How are you?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm good.
Hey, I heard you called Joan and got caught up yesterday. Had a nice conversation.
I love talking to your wife. She's fun to talk to.
I like talking to her. She said you guys had a great conversation.
Yes, we did. We was talking about the Yankees, that we do not like them. And she doesn't like them, and I don't like them. And I hope they get beat by the Guardians, but I don't know if they will or not.
Yeah, who knows, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's not a Yankees fan. I'm not either.
I know. You guys you like a lot of the same teams, so that gives you something to kind of root for, right?
Yeah.
Right. All right, here's Brent.
Okay, Billy, which band sang the song Last Train to Clarksville? Was it the Monkees, the Moody Blues, the Yardbirds, or the Hollies?
The Monkees?
The Monkees. You got her, my man.
I've already won. That's the second one I've won.
It is. Yes. Well, you can. You know what? You can. You can share. You can share this and have someone have lunch with you.
Yeah.
This is a free personal pan pizza from Pizza Hut that we're giving away today. So we'll put your name on the certificate here for you.
So are you ready to do the conference tournament tonight?
I am. Yeah. We're going to be at Anselmo Myrna for round 1 tonight, and then championship Saturday will be in Broken Bow. So always look forward to that tournament.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
And next week, I'm going to go to the Southwest Conference Girls Volleyball Tournament in Broken Bow. I'm going to go to that.
Yeah, boy, a lot of good teams going to be playing in that tournament, and kind of fun that it's going to be hosted by Broken Bow this year. So that'll be great.
I like to see Broken Bow win it, and tonight I'm going to go watch the girls play Kearney Catholic.
That'll be a good match.
And Addison Ellis is going to be back.
Good.
All right.
That's good to
Told
hear.
me the other night she's going to be back. And I called Travis Shaw this morning and wished his daughter good luck at cross country. He's going, and so is his wife. They're
Good.
going to the cross country meet in Ogallala.
Yeah, cross country districts are today around the state.
And
so
it's not. I went walking this morning around the block, but it's not too bad right now. The wind hasn't come up yet.
yeah.
Yes.
So, Dave,
Yes.
I got to ask you a question.
Sure.
Who do you want to win the World Series this year?
Boy, it's tough because I was kind of pulling for Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
I think between the Yankees and the Mets, I sure want the Mets to win if they get in the Subway Series. I don't know. I guess I might have to start rooting for the Guardians.
Yeah. Hopefully they can win today.
Yeah, that'd be great. I know that Mr. Crawley will be upset if we don't mention the Dodgers.
Yeah, I know that, but he'll have to learn to live with it. That's Brent's broadcast partner.
Yes, it is.
And during football season.
That's right. And wrestling, too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do wrestling and stuff.
You betcha.
And I'm going to be able to go to some wrestling matches. Ed Shafe's the wrestling coach, and he's a Mets fan.
He is.
Yes. Right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a Mets fan. So the Bears have the week off, Brent.
I know.
Next week they play the Washington Commanders, and That'll be a good football game, won't it?
It will be. The two rookie quarterbacks going against one another. That'll be fun to watch.
Yeah, both of them are good.
They are.
Well, you guys have a good broadcast, Brant, tonight.
Thanks, Billy. Appreciate it.
Thanks,
All
Billy.
right, you guys have a good day.
Good to talk to you.
You bet. Bye.
Goodbye. All right, Billy, thanks so much. Appreciate you calling in this morning, and enjoy that pizza. Here's the Monkees.
I thought love was only true in fairy tales.
At the Custer County Fairgrounds. There will be lunch provided, and that's this Saturday at the Paddock Building. Some of the things that are there are a Whirlpool side-by-side refrigerator, several vacuums, some flat-screen TVs, some sun heaters, antique oak table. There is an oval oak kitchen table with 2 leaves and 6 chairs, a banquet table, buffet. There are a couple bed sets, very nice ones, at oak roll-top desk, antique cabinets. There are several really unique cabinets there that are primitive. A Singer treadle sewing machine and cabinet, coffee tables, a 15-gallon Red Wing crock, a 2-gallon Red Wing crock. There's some cookie jars, lots of kitchen items. There's lots and lots of very nice material, sewing and quilting accessories, and books and embroidery, and all kinds of craft things there. Then there's Christmas and fall decor and flowers. I seen several Pampered Chef items. There's Boyd's Bears. There's some nice furniture. There's a love seat, recliner, And then there's several other pieces of furniture too, and lots of things that aren't even on the sale bill because a lot of it was already boxed up, so we couldn't see everything. But everything is so nice and clean. This is one you really don't want to miss. That's this Saturday starting at 9 a.m. at the Paddock Building. Going over to Farmers National side, we do have an acreage at 44568 Road 795. It's 10.22 plus or minus acres. It's a 2-story home with addition and an added 24 by 30 garage. Main floor has kitchen, living room, full bathroom, bedroom, laundry, and family room with earth stove. Then the second floor has 3 more bedrooms, second bathroom, and an office. Does have newer style windows, newer shingles. It has a storied basement. Then there's an older barn, an open face shed, and a small shed. This is all within 10 minutes from Broken Bow at 44568 Road 795. At 215 Bomar Drive, this is a ranch-style home, open dining space with patio doors going out to the backyard, cute updated kitchen with neat tile backsplash and breakfast bar. Stainless steel appliances are staying with the home. There's 2 bedrooms and a full bathroom on the main floor. Bathroom has been nicely updated. Lower level has family room, second bathroom, 2 non-conforming bedrooms, and a utility storage room. You will love the large backyard with mature trees providing lots of shade, a storage shed, raised flower garden beds, a new patio area with pergola for outdoor entertaining. Attached double garage, corner lot and quiet neighborhood at 215 Bomar Drive. At 901 South K Street, this is a unique property. It's a pool building built in 1980, has 1904 square feet with a heated pool, changing room, 3/4 bath, and a lounge area with wet bar. The pool is 18 by 33 with a diving board, water slide, exit ladders, and pool cover. There's also a tennis court. There's a metal building that's 30 by 24 with a concrete floor. It's insulated and heated. Building has water, a drain, and workshop area. And then the utility shed has shelving on 3 sides. That's at 901 South K Street. 1802 Cherokee Lane. This is also in a quiet location. Living room has a picture window. Kitchen is open to the dining space. Dining area has patio doors going out to the backyard, luxury vinyl flooring in the kitchen, dining space, and bathroom. There's 3 bedrooms on the main floor and a full bathroom with double sinks. Lower level is open for all of you to finish just the way you would like it. The furnace was new in 2024, the air conditioner in 2020. Does have an on-demand tankless water heater that also was new in 2020. Very nice fenced-in backyard, does have underground sprinklers, attached single-car garage, and the shingles are brand new this year. That's at 1802 Cherokee Lane. At 1215 North K Street, this is a ranch-style home, has a cute front porch that adds charm. Kitchen walks out to a small deck in the back. Living room has recessed lighting, hardwood floor, built-in shelves, picture window, and a fireplace. Laundry room is located right off of the kitchen. There are 3 bedrooms on the main floor with hardwood floors. Lower level has a second bathroom, a rec room, family room, and gas fireplace, and 2 more bedrooms, both with egress windows. Attached double garage, corner lot with mature trees at 1215 North K Street. At 237 Bomar Drive, this home has been totally remodeled. Living room has large picture window, kitchen has breakfast bar and plenty of counter and cupboard space. Main floor also has 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and laundry space. Lower level is finished with large family room, 2 bedrooms, and 3rd bathroom. HVAC system and water heater new in 2017. Attached oversized garage. There's also a shop with double doors off of the garage. Large backyard with patio space and mature trees. This is at 235 Bomar Drive. At 652 Cherry Avenue, this one's been recently remodeled. Cute kitchen with white cabinets, breakfast bar, and pantry with neat barn door. Dining room has bay window and is open to the kitchen. Large living room with a fireplace, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom located on the main floor. Main floor also has a sunroom off of the living room. Lower level has a family room, 3rd bedroom, 2nd bathroom, and laundry. Attached single car garage with in the back with alley access, fenced-in backyard. You could move right in at 652 Cherry Avenue. Then at 410 Webster Avenue, this is also a ranch-style home. Lots of room, nice-sized living room with large picture window and fireplace. Kitchen is open to the dining space, has a breakfast bar and ample cabinet and counter space. Main floor has 3 bedrooms and 1.5 bathrooms. Main bath has new walk-in shower, new floor covering on the main floor, and lots of fresh paint. Lower level has a family room, 4th bedroom, and storage. Underground sprinklers, patio area, and storage. large backyard that's at 410 Webster Avenue. I think that sums it up for this week. I'd like to thank you all for listening. I hope to see you all at the auction this weekend. Thank you so much.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News special report, scathing findings on the Secret Service and the failed assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump at a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania in July. Correspondent Nicole Skanga is in Washington.
An independent panel appointed by Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas identified what it called systemic issues within the U.S. Secret Service and said without fundamental reform, it believes another Butler can and will happen.
President Biden ordered the bipartisan group to conduct its review, and members are calling for a shakeup.
Among the panel's recommendations to appoint new leadership from outside the Secret Service and a restructuring of the agency, refocusing operations and personnel around its presidential protective mission.
The agency's leaders have acknowledged they were notified about the gunman before he pulled his trigger. CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Stream the best of British TV on BritBox. Watch captivating dramas and gripping mysteries, whether it's entire series of massive hits like Sherlock and Vera, new seasons of originals like The Responder, starring international Emmy winner Martin Freeman, or an extraordinary selection of beloved treasures featuring Idris Elba, Jodie Comer, Matthew McFadden, Benedict Cumberbatch, and more. Only on BritBox. Watch with a free trial at BritBox.com.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
In Nebraska news, in a story released by KSMB, nearly 75 students from 10 Nebraska high schools attended Central Community College for their first annual Criminal Justice in Action Day on Wednesday. Students who attended the event learned about what it takes to work in the law and justice systems. Students learned a variety of topics, including a mock trial, SWAT and rescue, a K-9 unit, and what it takes to be a Nebraska State Trooper. CCC Associate of the Dean, Criminal of Justice Program, Brian Hoffman, said the event was created to bring awareness to the criminal justice field for high school students in the area. Hoffman said the growth of our program has gone over 400% in 5 years. So it's awesome that we have the area that we have. The ability to get great students in the program and provide great employees in the future to the community is what's important. In addition, Ryan Grief, K-9 handler and deputy of the Hall County Sheriff's Department, said he wanted to bring his K-9 Zeus to the career day so students can understand the ins and outs of law enforcement. Graff said, "We wanted to come out here and show the younger generation one of our capabilities and how much law enforcement is progressing." He also said that with different capabilities and technology that the government agencies have, it's easier to connect with the younger generation it is into now. This has been a Nebraska News Update. I'm Jack Simpson reporting for Central Nebraska's News Source.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
In postseason baseball, Game 3 of the National League Championship Series saw the Dodgers dominate the Mets with an 8-0 shutout win in New York. LA starter Walker Buehler tossed 4 scoreless innings. He and 4 relievers combined on a 4-8 shutout, and that was the 4th shutout this postseason for the Dodgers. They also got home runs in this game from Shohei Ohtani, a 3-run blast. Max Muncy and Kike Hernandez also went deep. Dodgers lead the series 2-1. Game 4 tonight in New York. Game 3 of the American League Championship Series is tonight in Cleveland with the Guardians hosting the Yankees. New York leads that series 2-0. WNBA Finals, Game 3, Liberty over the Lynx, 80-77. Sabrina Ionescu hit a 3-pointer with 1 second left to win it for New York as they rallied down 15 points to get the win. Brianna Stewart led them in scoring with 30 points, pulled down 11 rebounds as New York takes a 2-1 series lead in that best-of-5 series. NFL news, new Jets wide receiver Devontae Adams expected to make his New York debut against the Steelers Sunday night as he returns from a hamstring injury.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. A red flag warning continues until 7 p.m. tonight. Sunny skies today with daytime highs approaching 79. South winds 20 to 25 miles per hour. 53 tonight, partly cloudy. Chance of rain showers tomorrow, highs level off around 75. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Simple process, tough processor. That's the Vermeer BPX 9010 bale processor summed up in 4 words. But if you need the full story, how about the ability to accurately spread bedding up to 50 feet? Or create a consistent and tidy windrow of crop along your bunk line? With 10 different settings, you control the pace of your processing speed, material size, and more. Heck, even Goldilocks didn't get that many options. Stop out at Power Solutions to see why the Vermeer BPX 9010 bale processor is just right for you. 2 miles east of Broken Bow on Highway 2 or call 872-5522.
8:06, 45 degrees outside under a clear sky. Big old moon up there again this morning. Winds out of the south right now at about 5 to 10. Barometric pressure down 1 point at 29.88 in the last hour. Humidity at 55%. High temperature yesterday was 64 with an overnight low of 46, but we've dropped to 45 here at 8 o'clock. Sunset today at 6:55. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 7:54 as our days definitely are shortening up. Nothing to talk about in the rain gauge at all in this month of October. We were just talking off the air. I think we had 8 hundredths last month, 80 hundredths a month before. So it is very, very dry out there. Red flag up today. And so we'll ask you to be very, very careful. We had fire earlier south of Dunning earlier this week, grass fires yesterday, a pretty good size that started near Loop City and went north. So we know the danger is high. We've had fires already. We want to be very, very careful today. Do everything we can to prevent sparks out there. That's a look at weather and news. Excited to have our guest in here this morning. Haven't seen Erin for a while, and it's always good to see her from Pearson Physical Therapy. Erin, how you doing?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you guys this morning?
Good.
Good.
Now, you're a ranch girl.
So, yeah, I guess.
You're also a physical therapist. But you're a ranch girl, and you were talking about working cattle in the dust and so forth. It's been kind of tough, hasn't it?
It's been kind of gritty out there. I'll put it that way. Yeah, some rain would sure be, we'd all be very thankful for that.
We would be. We're thankful that you do what you do, because I imagine some folks out there who have been working cattle and harvesting and so forth maybe have pulled something, been sitting too long in a tractor. The list goes on and on.
Oh, for sure. It's getting that time of year, too, where a lot of people's deductibles are getting to that met point, and they're thinking, oh, now's the time I want to go have that total knee done, or different things like that, especially some of those farmers and ranchers that are, maybe they're done weaning, getting their calves sold, or harvest is all wrapping up, and so they're thinking, okay, now I've got this couple month window that I can maybe get a few things done. And so we always really start thinking about that this time of year is, getting patients primed up for surgery or working with them directly after surgery and that sort of thing. And that's definitely high on our priority list this time of year.
So we're talking shoulders, knees, hips.
Yep.
That sort of thing.
All of the above. And, a lot of patients, some will come in and do a little bit of prehab where they'll kind of beef up and get ready for the surgery itself, which typically is very helpful. It's, if they just are kind of in that mode, that rehab mode, and getting all those muscles primed, they tend to do really well coming out of surgery. And then you've got some that are coming in just directly after surgery. Those total joints anymore, they're just so good and smooth that they get into therapy within a day or two of getting out of the hospital. In most cases, not always, but in quite a few. And then, you just hit the ground running, sort of. But, so those total joints, you're getting them in right away.
That's the goal, anyway.
Yeah, that is the goal, for sure.
Now, on the sports side, and Brent can jump in here, we're just about ready to make a transformation from one sports season to the next, Brent. We're in the postseason mode already.
A lot of the regular season stuff kind of coming to the end for fall sports, and it won't be too long. I mean, right after Thanksgiving, boom,
you're into basketball mode. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, and it's crazy. And wrestling will start up too around that time, typically in November, December, I think. And and that always lends itself to some kids that have tweaked something or changed something. You see a lot of shin splints and different things for some of those kids that move, go from running outside to all of a sudden you're running on the hardwood and doing a lot of training and that sort of thing, trying to get into shape for the basketball season. But definitely. And the kids kind of need a tune up too. So going into that different mode of sport and different functional movement, you'll see a lot of kids that kind of break down a little bit and, or sometimes they just need a little bit of TLC in between those, because maybe there's something that was nagging them throughout the season, but like most kids, they're just competitive and they keep playing through it, and so maybe they need a little tune-up in between those sports to get them primed and ready for the next one.
Yeah, and I always think about with basketball, but any sport, basketball seems like somebody steps on somebody else's foot and sprains an ankle, and you really can see some bad sprains in basketball. It seems like. And they used to be almost season-ending, but I think they made some progress there on rehab, depending on how bad the sprain is.
Yeah, I feel like that's a lot better than it used to be. I mean, a lot of it is just so much. What are the things that are you doing directly after that injury to kind of get it back? Are you icing it appropriately? Are you taking the time off? I think sometimes we get in such that mode that we just want to play. We want to get back as fast as we can. And then the quicker you do that, the longer it keeps this injury nagging. But if you really focus on, hey, if I just really focus on this injury and taking care of it over this next, handful of days, they end up coming out a lot better. Yes, you might miss a game or two, but would you rather miss a game or two and then be at your prime for the rest of the season, or would you have this nagging thing that kind of keeps you out the whole season in terms of just not being able to play at 100%? And so sometimes getting that kids to understand that is difficult, and I can relate to that. I would have never wanted to sit out. Like, I would have said, no, thank you. I want to play. And you can respect that too. But, some of those kids, you don't want this to turn into something more serious, and so you really gotta approach it with a little bit of care and understanding that way, so that you've got kids moving the right direction and not pushing it too hard.
Farmers, ranchers, athletes, and regular folks who might have worked in the garden a little too hard, maybe pulling up the tomato plants.
Yeah, everybody's clearing those gardens off, and after these freezes, they're a little bit working harder to get rid of some of that. So you see a little bit of that too, because or I know I've got some patients that have already been seeing us, for maybe they're priming for a knee, or they've had a knee, and they're coming in saying, oh, I was working in the garden yesterday and I really irritated or flared up a little bit after that. So kind of working through some of those things. But and the other thing too with those total joints that some people don't think about. They think, okay, they had their joint replacement done, they went through the rehab, and they're good to go. But I do feel like sometimes those joints always need a little bit of a tune-up down the road. It is very common for those totals to come back in maybe a year later, or even 2 to 3 years later, where they just say, I just noticed that my mobility is just not what it was when I first got done with therapy. Because what happens? Life happens. We go home, and we were really good at it when we were coming into therapy, and then we stuck with it for a while when we went home, and then all of a sudden it just starts to trail off. And that's just typical human nature. So sometimes you go back in for a little tune-up after those totals too, because every once in a while they'll get a little bit of trouble with that, down the road. But there's lots of research to show that those total joints, even a year after surgery, there is still some improvement and healing occurring at those joints. Yeah, the main surgery is healed, and that's good, but you're still working on some of that muscle building and some of that proprioceptive or balance activation around those joints and that sort of thing. So patients tend to get lots of benefit even down the road after they've had that joint put in.
And last but not least, some of the seniors out there, I'll raise my hand. Balance becomes an issue as you get older, and loss of balance also can be an issue for injuries of fall and so forth. And I know you have programs for that as well.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's, I would say we see quite a few patients just to kind of tune up on balance and that sort of thing. And I know a few times ago, or in September, I think I was here talking about it was Fall Awareness Month and that sort of thing. And I feel like there's always a component of balance and that sort of thing that gets worked into a lot of patients' programs because those things all coincide and work together, whether it's, muscle dysfunction, joint dysfunction, or balance in there and kind of awareness. Those things all kind of work together. And so it's really important to look at each one of those things with patients. And definitely falling is one of those things that can create a whole other list of problems if you're struggling with that. Falling is the number one reason for a lot of older people's hospitalizations and that sort of thing. And so avoiding that the best you can without creating a fear around movement is really important, because the more confident patients are, the more they're moving, truly the less likely they are to fall. Lots of stuff indicates that the higher your fear of falling is, the more likely you are to fall. So you have to figure out a way to reduce that level of fear, improve a patient's confidence, and, get them out and moving, because that's really ultimately what we want. We want patients out, about, moving, and doing the things they want to do.
Yeah. So we've just covered a few segments of the population, and there's more, and there's different situations. But Pearson Physical Therapy in Broken Bow is ready to help. Now, I know you guys are busy, so people, they can stop in and make an appointment, maybe that first initial appointment to kind of assess what the problem is and what needs to be done. Is that how you start?
Yeah, you bet. Whether it's you got an order from a doctor and they wanted you to get some therapy, or if you just noticed something that you've had therapy before, or maybe you haven't, you just wanted to try it and see, give us a call at the clinic, 872-5800, and we'd be happy to either do a consult or set up some time with you to kind of figure out what direction you want to go and how you want to go about it. And, for that month of October, we were talking about where just drop in the clinic, say you're having something, we can always take a look and give you our opinion of what we think needs to happen from there. And we'll let you know, and hey, we really think you need to see a doctor about this, or maybe it's something we can get you started on right away. But anytime, we love to do that. So drop in the clinic, give us a call, and we're happy to help.
Thanks so much for coming in. It's really good to see you.
Yes, you guys do.
And I think one of the things that come with physical therapy is social interaction. There's chatter going on all over the place.
Yes.
Between you and your patients, between the patients, it's actually kind of a social, fun event, I think.
It really is. I don't know how many times you have patients that, they're coming to the end of their plan of care and they're really sad because that's their social time and they kind of miss, coming. And we always encourage patients that we do like a little 30-day wellness benefit for people that after they've completed their plan of care, if they want to come in and exercise for 30 days on their own, that's kind of a perk to coming in. And we provide that because it, helps not only with consistency of your exercise program, but it's really important for people to get out and socialize and do those kinds of things. And we do that at the gym. We socialize and we see each other. And it's always a lot of fun in the gym when you get lots of people in there and they get to know each other. And then, of course, they're ganging up on the therapist because, we're doing our thing and they want to take the time. But we had a patient one time that in a clinic I was at, he came in and he hit all of our goniometers, our measurement devices.
He hid them?
He hid all of them because he was, working on some range of motion, and was kind of tough for him. And so thought it would be funny to hide all those so that we couldn't measure, which I thought was great. I mean, I just love those relationships you build with your patients, and everybody can keep it lighthearted. And it's a lot of fun, and socially it's a lot of fun. And I think patients really enjoy that.
I think they do. Evidently they do because they're really busy.
Yes.
But stop in, get on the phone, make a call. You have a website they can also
We do have a
look
website at pearsonpt.com, and of course we've got a Facebook that's up and going as well. And I know sometimes if you send a message on Facebook, they'll get back to you that way too, depending on what your favorite mode of communication is. But there's definitely a way that somebody can get with you on that.
All right. Thank you.
Yes, thanks, guys.
We'll take a quick break with these words here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Rise and shine.
All right. The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
Every weekend in October, acres and acres of pure fear await you in Neenaka Woods. Savage Jack's Trail of Terror and the demons of the underworld corn maze. Plus monster eats, the Hellfire jack-o'-lanterns, axe throwing, and so much more. Neenaka Woods in Gibbon, open every weekend in October. Discount coupons at Pump and Pantry. Get your tickets now at NeenakaWoods.com. What waits in the woods?
It takes hard work and determination to build a winning team. It also takes hard work to finish the laundry list of projects around your home. Refresh your space by completing that list with the help of a HELOC from Bruning Bank. If an updated look is not enough and you're ready to buy a new home or your dream home, we can help with that too. Navigating a home purchase can be confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let our friendly, experienced staff guide you to owning the home of your dreams. You can apply in person, online at bruningbank.com, or give us a call at 308-872-2757 to get you started. Bruning Bank, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 473773, member FDIC.
Are you or someone you know struggling with depression, anxiety, trauma, or other mental health challenges? Do you wonder where you can get help and support locally? An online list is ready and available for you that includes local, trained, caring mental health providers. Visit mhpcc.org. Mental health providers and services available in Custer County can be found quickly and easily at mhpcc.org.
Wherever you find WorkSmart, you'll find producers saving money. WorkSmart is the innovative line of credit from Farm Credit Services of America. Along with its competitive interest rates and farmer-friendly terms, WorkSmart delivers interest savings, cashback dividends, and cash rewards too. Add them all up and the savings can be significant. Terms apply. Visit fcsamerica.com and see how much you can save. Or call 800-884-FARM. Agriculture works here.
And we'll be visiting with Farm Credit Services in just a little bit. Keep your dials set right here to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
where to pick up the RV antifreeze you need. Trust them, you don't want to be too late. And with a price of 2 for $7 on 1-gallon jugs, it's even easier to prevent damage to drains and water lines. It's Fire Prevention Month. Go to Ace Hardware and browse their selection of smoke detectors and fire extinguishers. RTA's Hardware, your locally owned hardware connection in Broken Bow.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Breast cancer affects 1 in 8 women, but with early detection, the 5-year survival rate is 99%. Early detection is key here at Melham Medical Center. We have 3D mammography that helps find up to 60% of breast cancer sooner than 2D. In 2024, an estimated 310,720 women and 2,800 men will be diagnosed with invasive breast cancer. Chances are you know at least one person who has been personally affected by breast cancer. Melham Medical Center is proud to continue to partner with you to inspire healthy living through quality care.
8:28 is your time. We've already had a lot of fun here this morning with our next guest from Farm Credit Services. Paul Burney is here. How you doing, Paul?
I'm great. How are you this morning?
Real good. You brought a gentleman with you?
Yeah, Mr. Tyler Peters. Hey, how's it going?
Good, Tyler. How you been anyway, Tyler?
Good. I think it was county fairs last time I was here, so.
Yeah, last time
Do I look any older?
Let me look. I think you must be working out, man.
Yeah.
You're looking good.
New skincare regimen.
Clean living. Am I going deaf in my right ear, or is this one got a defect?
Try to wiggle your... does that help at all? Yeah, there you go.
Cool. You got
a
both
little
ears
short
now?
in the headphone.
Yeah. Those are, you buy 6 to a pack.
Mm-hmm.
We like the sound of them, but they don't last very long. Now, Brett and I have the expensive ones. You know.
Well, rightfully so. Yeah.
We just recently got them.
Yeah, these are very nice, by the way. Yeah, thanks for purchasing these.
The pleasures of getting a new piece of equipment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I imagine you guys talk about that at the Farm Credit as far as operational ideas and expenses and equipment.
We do all of those things.
And?
We just talk about them.
Yeah. Oh. Tyler, do you feel like you're on an island? Because sometimes Brent feels like he's on an island.
Sometimes. It's been an experience getting to know Paul here.
Yeah. I tried to raise him right.
I don't know what you mean by that.
Back to that.
I should be offended or I should feel good about that comment.
Like when you get a new piece of equipment on the farm, you have to learn how it works and the intricacies. I'm still learning those intricacies here.
Yeah, it'll take a while.
Yeah.
And my technology's faulty, so.
Yeah, got a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all kidding aside, though, man, farming and ranching is like every other business. It's changed a lot and changes every day. I mean, the equipment we're talking about from 10 years ago is a lot different than it was then, and the technology, the GPS, all of the things that are now available. I would think keeping up with that, both from your end and from the operator's end, is a pretty tall task.
That's one thing nice about Farm Credit is we get to focus just on the agricultural side of things. We do have the home loan side, but we just focus on agriculture, understanding that, building our repertoire around the different techniques, different styles, different industries, then we can kind of focus our energies that direction. I don't know how I could understand commercial and personal and all that kind of stuff. I'm one focus lane here.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot to it. I mean, there's all kinds of different ways that people operate out there in agriculture. And I know that it's not just about one piece of equipment that you guys talk about. You guys talk about the total operation for 1 year, the budgeting, maybe projected markets. It's pretty in-depth, isn't it?
I think that's, excuse me, a little frog in there.
I
or a little coffee hung up or something. But. That's a great comment, because I think by and large it's individualistic as far as every operation is unique and different compared to others. So that's what we kind of try to focus on, is really learning that customer and that operation, and being able to cater our viewpoints around that and provide some individualized consultation.
Yeah, I know, Paul, that you travel quite a bit to go see people on their own places, which is, I would think, kind of enjoyable because you can actually see the operations when you're talking to them, and I would think that would be beneficial.
It's really important to see their operation and how they manage it, and the terrain that they're working in, and you just really get to know, it's just kind of bonding. You get to know each other on a better level than sitting at our desk and talking there in a lot of ways.
Tyler, I got to tell you, Paul gave me the tour of the facility that you work out of. I got lost in there.
Yeah, it's a little bit bigger building than I thought we would need when I first came out. But we're starting to fill the seats.
Are you?
Yeah. We've got quite a few people walking around in there now.
Yeah. But you all come and go? You all work outside and inside of the facility?
Yeah. As I joke with a lot, most people don't want to come see us, so I got to come see them. We get out of the office quite a bit. It's a nice building to be in there, but it still gets a little stuffy every once in a while.
Yeah, well, that happens. I'm not saying anything about Paul, who might be stuffy.
Right. No, I don't think I'm stuffy. I mean,
I enjoy this dynamic every time that Paul and Dave get together.
Well, we're going to turn the tide later this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we are.
Well,
great.
Well, yeah, my island's looking really good here. I kind of lose track of the timing of everything. I know we're in the final quarter. Are you guys kind of in your renewal season? How does that kind of all time out for you guys?
We're not quite there. Most of our operators are probably half done with harvest at this point, somewhere in that vicinity. And so, by the time we get to the end of November, then we'll be really kind of entrenched in that seasonal process. Yeah.
I was kind of surprised with one of the other visits that we had here about the insurance side of things, because I thought, sure, they have crop insurance, they have forever, big part of what some of your staff does. But then one of the things that really surprised me about you can get insurance on more than crops anymore, actually cattle and so forth, which who would have thought that 20 years ago, that you could buy insurance on livestock as far as the pricing and the marketing goes, right?
Yeah. Farming anymore, there's a lifestyle aspect to it, but it's a business. And whether you're cattle, feeding, or ranch, whether you're row cropping, it's a business decision. Crop insurance, just like your inputs, has to be a decision. What's the best for your operation? What's going to return the most? What's going to be the most cost efficient?
And more conversations, more communication with those folks out there, both in the facility and out, right?
Yeah, and I think that's what makes us a bit unique, is that, the crop insurance is a fully integrated endeavor in our Farm Credit Services America, where we're working hand in hand with our crop insurance agents, and they help us understand the complexities of it all, and then they can guide producers on that end of things, and that fits all into, risk management and ability to capture margins, and so it all really ties together, and we benefit, and our customers benefit from that as well.
Right. Now, Tyler, you brought some notes. We've always asked, did we need to talk about your notes?
This is more of a security blanket. Like I told Paul, I just needed something in front of me to look at. So there was really nothing on it more than doodles. Like I just scribbled up and down on it.
Okay. All right. Well, we want to cover everything that you had in mind.
It's actually just hieroglyphics.
Yeah. So looking at my scribbles, looking at the wavy lines, yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Yeah. Now, both Paul and Brett would remember this. Now, how long have you been in the community, Tyler?
So I've been here for 4 years. I think September 15th or 17th was my first official day here. But I've been with Farm Credit for 15 now.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, I've asked because former co-host Bob Bowles, I worked with for 25 years, he would doodle during the whole show. And sometimes I look over there, I'm going, hey, Bob, we're doing a show over here. You're doodling a little bit too much here. Stay interested.
Yeah.
So you won't go that far.
No, I used to get in trouble for that in school.
Yeah.
But it really took and elevated the teacher's attention when I could repeat what she was saying. So
as you doodled.
As I doodled. So it's one of those concentration things.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So
Sounds
maybe
like it
he's
works.
just concentrating.
That's how your mind works to be ready to absorb information.
Yeah.
You'd have to meet Bob to know a little bit more about it.
Still meeting a lot of people in the community. Maybe
I
not.
bet you are, yeah. You've met a lot of people, and a lot of it through your volunteer work that you guys do with the fair and all of that. And, I think sometimes you guys are a little under the radar about some of the things that you're involved in with the community, which maybe is worth talking about here.
Have at it.
Wow. Everybody in the office enjoys getting out, participating in their local town, participating with the local events. We have a pretty good array of people from different communities across Custer County, Sherman County, Valley. That's what I'd look at right now. I mean, one person in the office is Ord, and they're thoroughly involved with the Golden Husk and the Ord community stuff. One's from Loop City. She always brings events there and is a great advocate for Farm Credit over in Loop City and the Sherman County area, knowing a lot of people. Paul and I are here in Broken Bow. We have members from SEM, and they, when their summer rodeos going on, they participate in that, and we get to contribute there. We have people coming from Anselmo Myrna, thoroughly involved there. So, yeah, we cover a lot of the counties we serve and a lot of the towns we work in.
I think beyond that, just aside from the individuals and what they contribute to their communities, I think, probably to your point, Dad, Farm Credit's very active in communities as far as we have a grant program that benefits schools, that, food pantries, various things like that. And then, you look at county fair activity and Husker Harvest Days and Gateway Farm Expo. I mean, we're pretty involved.
Yeah. I think sometimes you're just a little under the radar on that. So I think it's good that we talk about that here, because you got that nice mix of people from different parts of this area that work through Farm Credit that contribute back to their communities. And you did a good job of kind of giving some examples, Tyler, about different things that take place through the individuals that work there. You've also got a couple of gals that work there. Are they both in the crop insurance side? What's their names again?
Which gals are you referencing?
Well, there's two that I know you know very well.
Are you talking about Jenny Denson and Heather Wright?
Yeah.
Both crop insurance agents.
They're both in the crop insurance.
Yep.
Is there any friction there between you and those? Because you probably had some things that happened back in school.
They're very forgiving.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we've got a great group. We have a lot of fun. There's a lot of laughs that go on in the office. And, then you've got the other side of it, too, where you have real life instances that, people bond together and care for each other. And so it's just a good little mix.
Big family.
Yep.
If there's listeners out there right now that are thinking, hey, I'd like to visit with the guys and gals about some of these things we talked about, they just stop by and say hi, give you a call. Is there a website?
All of the above.
Okay.
I mean, you can stop in out on the highway here at our facility. You can call 308-872-2461, or the website's fcsamerica.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And I'm kind of curious. I'm trying to think how to ask this question, but who fits the services that you provide? I mean, we're talking ag and all different aspects of that. You mentioned commercial. housing and so forth. What all do you guys service out there, Tyler?
Anything agriculture. It's such a wide spectrum. It's tough to narrow it down, but if there's a hoof or if there's a feather on the place, there's a high likelihood that we can do something for you or work with you. If you're planting a seed in the ground, feeding cattle at a bunk, if you're living in one of these rural communities, our home loan lending side of the business can lend there. If you're buying a skid steer, a tractor, we can use a retail or an ag direct type loan. So it's a pretty big spectrum.
Yeah, and I know from a previous interview, appraisals.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
that's offered as well, right?
Yeah.
So that's quite a blanket of services that you guys provide.
And I think to piggyback on Tyler's comment, you don't have to have 1,000 hooves to be a borrower with farm credit. You can have 5 hooves. Well, it'd be odd if you only had 5.
Yeah.
If you had 5, it'd be.
Well, you'd have
a unique animal.
Yeah.
Or one that had an accident.
You gotta have 8 hooves.
How do you feel about guineas? Would you lend money on a guinea?
Well,
they reduced the mosquito population, so I think I'd be down for that.
They also can run off salespeople.
Yes.
Yeah, they can be a little bit mean.
It's going to take a lot of guineas because I don't think it costs too much to buy guineas. You might have a weird reputation around town if you have enough guineas to come in.
Need a loan.
Yeah. We'll sit down and talk with you.
Yeah.
But in the community, you might have a little different perspective.
That's the guinea guy.
Well, there are specialized ag applications out there. There's meat goats. There's all sorts of things that that they kind of diversity in agriculture kind of brings out a lot of different things, doesn't it?
That's one of the reasons I'm glad Paul showed up. Is we lacked a sheep, goat, and that kind of small hoofed rumen.
Mm-hmm.
When he showed up, we filled that spot. So if you do have questions or want to sit down and talk about goats, sheeps, that kind of stuff, don't hesitate to call Paul.
Oh, perfect.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Paul always liked little animals when he was little. He actually was really into the one he had to bury out back.
Guinea pigs.
Guinea pigs, yeah.
Hold on, while I wipe away my tears.
Yeah, he kind of had a fit when that one died.
Yes, I did.
We also had rats.
Oh.
Not just running around the house.
Yeah, you better clarify that. We were not unkempt people.
we didn't have trash all over the living room.
Yeah, we were known as the New York City of program. Oh yeah.
If you were watching online, my face just got really wide.
They were from the school lab.
Oh.
Yeah, Mr. Cyber. He had the rats, and we'll get off the train here. But, Mr. Cyber was a lovely man.
Yep.
And just a great educator, both in the sciences and life. But he had these lab rats, and he would, if you encouraged him, he would show you how you could make them grow, and he would take them and he would put a hand over them and twist them a little bit and stretch them.
Oh boy.
And so somehow Chris ended up with a rat. He got a white one, and I think that one's name was Bob. And then we got a mate. He was a little black rat, and his name was Ray.
Ray, that's right, Ray and Bob. And Ray, I think for the most part, he figured out how to, you use like a bread wrapper to latch the gate on the front of the pen.
Well, that was the solution. We had to put the bread wrapper on.
Yeah, because they would.
Because he found a way to get out.
Yeah.
He was like a little Houdini.
Yeah. But he also figured out how to unwrap the
Really?
Yeah. And he would get out. But
we'd always find him.
He was always in the trash or behind the stove.
Yeah. Nope.
You keep learning more and more, don't you?
Yeah, that's a no for me right there.
Sometimes you just don't know how to respond, do you, Tyler?
Yeah,
welcome to my world. You just don't know what to say. Yeah.
Just sit back and smile.
Yeah. Well, that was a pen I made out of window screens.
Huh.
That one?
Yeah, that was a big one. Because we had ducks in it for a while. But then we converted it to guinea pigs and took up most of the dining room.
It really did.
Yeah.
I thought that was like a big rabbit hutch run I thought we got from somebody.
Well,
you built that one?
I'd like to think, son, I built that.
Oh, sorry. My father crafted that.
Was this inside? You had ducks inside?
Yeah, we had ducks. When I was little, I was probably like 3 or 4. We had some ducks.
Yeah.
We had a lot going on.
They ended up outside, though. I mean, we didn't keep them.
Oh.
Some people grow up on a farm.
Yeah.
We brought the farm to the home.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad this whole...
Are you going to ride with me back?
I may sit in the bed of the truck just to air this out a little bit.
And Tyler, I think that's why you can turn over the goat side of things to Paul.
Yeah. Nope. If you need goat sheep financing, Paul Burney at Farm Credit Services America.
Little nannies. Yeah.
Kids. The kid goats.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Now, we're going to run out of time here.
Are we?
Oh, we got time here. I thought you wanted to get back to maybe Farm Credit Services and...
I feel like we've still been centered in agriculture.
We have.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit, I guess.
Did we ever have chickens?
We had pigeons.
We had pigeons. I had chickens as a kid up when I was still home.
We didn't. We had chickens out to Aunt Roberta's, and that was always a interesting day. Was the chicken harvest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They'd lop off their heads, and then we'd watch the headless chickens run around.
Tyler, did you have chickens?
And no, we were row cropping cattle. We kept it pretty, plain white bread there at my place.
You were more conventional.
Yeah. We were boring.
Oh gosh, I remember up on Rhino Table when my aunts and mom would get together with grandma and you'd do up the chickens. It was up the chickens day. Yeah. That kind of something as a kid that kind of sticks in your head when you see a chicken running across the farmyard with no head. And they can run without their heads.
Yeah.
Did you know that, Tyler?
I have heard it. I've never seen it.
Yeah.
Really?
No, I have never seen that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Have you seen it? Really?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Did you do a lot of chickens?
Yeah, out on the farm at Grandma's place.
Okay.
We kind of had one of those days, too, where it was Butcher Chicken Day.
Mm-hmm. The kids' job was to catch the headless chickens. That was our job.
I was going to say,
not at your place.
I don't recall being put in that position. It sounds like fun.
Huh.
I don't remember ever being sent to chase a headless chicken either.
Maybe that's just what our job we created.
Yeah. But I think we did that. There's that hot water thing where they dip them in the hot water. Mm-hmm. That smell I can still smell today. But you did, as a kid, get to pull off the feathers. Mm-hmm. Did you get to pull off the feathers?
I did, yeah. Pulled off a few.
I'm thinking, Tyler, you should have went not so conventional with your farming.
I there's a lot of experiences I guess I didn't have, or traumas that I couldn't cover up, I guess.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Any questions, Brent?
I don't think so. Anything else you guys want to
Brent's in shock
visit about? I think Tyler and I both are.
I wanted to, just create a little segment today.
Oh, boy.
A segment?
Yes. True False with David J.
Oh, True False with David J. I'm liking this.
I'd like to turn the interview around now.
Oh, you're going to interview your dad?
Well, we're going to play a game of True and False with David J. Burney.
Oh, great.
You ready?
Oh, this sounds like fun.
Are we good?
All right.
Are you prepared? I like that you're not
Paul
prepared.
puts his glasses on. I think it's serious.
Well, I can't see without.
Do you need my notebook
You
to
look sad.
doodle on?
Man, I don't know if I've seen you with your reading glasses on before. You look very professional.
I fought it for like a year. I'd just do this.
Oh, yeah.
And finally I gave in, and I've got a pair in my car, one at home, one in the office. I just can't see. All right, are you ready?
True. That
false.
Runs in the family. Oh,
true, false with David J. Burney.
Okay.
First question. Early in your radio career, you aspired to be Dr. Johnny Fever. True or false?
Oh. The pause just says it all, doesn't it?
I don't know. He was trying to decide whether he was Dr. Johnny Fever or Venus
You do know
Flytrap.
who Dr. Johnny Fever was? WKRP, Cincinnati.
Well, of course.
Okay, well, I just trying to help you out.
You think I was born in a... Well, don't even go there.
I was just going to say, you grew up in a house where you brought in ducks and chickens?
So careful,
and rats. I would say false.
False?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, I liked him, but I didn't aspire to.
You weren't trying to be... Yeah.
No.
All right. When it comes to WKRP in Cincinnati, you were more of a Bailey guy as opposed to a Jennifer guy. True or false?
True. Very much so.
We'll go back through a little bit of history here now.
Oh, boy.
As an on-air spectacle, I want you to key on these words, on-air spectacle.
Okay.
You once wore a wetsuit and submerged yourself into a bathtub full of Jell-O in this very studio that we sit in today.
True.
Mm-hmm.
On the radio.
True.
Yeah.
What flavor of... I know he did this. What flavor of Jell-O was it? Was it like cherry Jell-O or lime Jell-O?
Young at the time. I think it was cherry.
It was mostly cherry. We had to use several different... It kind of turned purple.
My question was, where did the bathtub come from?
Doc Jones
really
had one out in a field that he salted and fed cattle with, and it still, you could put a plug in and it would hold water. So he lent it to us.
And what was the reason behind getting into the tub of Jell-O?
It's just something I always wanted to do.
Oh, well.
No, I'm just kidding you. It was a fundraiser for the Prairie Pioneer Center.
Okay.
They were trying to get the center started, and we had a fundraiser for it. This was a radiothon where people would call in and keep me in the tub as long as they could for X amount of dollars.
Okay.
I'm going to jump through some questions here, but your actual given name is David J. Burney. That is not a radio persona. True or false?
True.
When I was a child, my nickname for you was Daddy J.
False.
That is false. That was not a nickname.
I was hoping that would be true. Daddy J.
Oh, goodness. All right. We'll have some Blues Festival questions, but I'm going to stick to kind of this theme a little bit. We'll go into some musical questions, but you once took me fishing on Mother's Day as a young boy, and after walking through some thickets and tall grass, I was covered in hundreds of ticks. True or false?
Probably true.
No, I vividly remember it was true.
I had forgotten that.
It looked like I had just black dots all over my legs. It was.
My question is, this was Mother's Day? You just left Joan alone?
She needed a break.
Yeah.
Not a big deal.
That was her gift. Yes. You left the house.
Except when we got home and she had to use, I don't know if this is still a thing, and I don't know why it was a thing then, but Mom would take nail polish. Maybe I just had so many ticks in my head, but she would put nail polish on the ticks.
Yeah.
I think to mark them so you didn't lose track of them.
I think they was not supposed to be able to breathe then, and they would come out.
I don't know that really worked, but
I don't think it did. How you doing, Tyler?
Good. I'm just learning more and more every day, or every minute here.
Once upon a time, you and Karen Joan Burney, my mother, found yourselves backstage at Allman Brothers at Red Rocks.
True.
In which time, well, there's more to this story. True, you did. in which you were able to acknowledge Greg Allman, and he acknowledged back. And then instead of staying backstage where you found yourselves, you asked the security team how to get out to the crowd. Is that true or false?
True, because the taxi accidentally got in the wrong lane and took us to the backstage, but Craig Allman did look at us, and he had all the little kids with him, and he smiled and waved, and we waved back, and we felt like we shouldn't stay there.
There was no part of you at any time that felt like we should milk this as long as we can. Until they find out that we're not supposed to be back here.
Well, we were with Jeff Shea, and he's such an honest guy. He didn't want to stay.
Okay.
That's a lie.
Okay. Okay. You were once on an elevator with Bobby McFerrin, were unaware as to who he was, and you found him to be quite obnoxious. True or false?
I knew who he was.
Oh.
And I did find him to be obnoxious. True.
Also true or false? Karen Joan Burney prevented you from verbally accosting him.
True. He was singing, and he had a bouquet of roses in his hand, and I just wanted to... Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you should stop now.
I wanted to talk to him.
Sternly?
Yes.
Okay.
True.
True or false? You still have wild ideations of organizing a blues festival or something equivalent.
Whew. I have dreams of that. I don't know if I'm inspired to do it. Aspired to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
I know that's not a true or false answer.
No, it's all right. You can, you can answer true and then elaborate. That's quite fine.
Okay, that's my answer.
Okay. Early in his career, you could have booked Joe Bonamassa at the South Loop Blues Festival.
We tried. Yes. I also tried to get J.J. Cale.
Why wouldn't I didn't know? Really?
Yeah. And he actually, his agent said sometimes he takes gigs like this, so I'll ask him. But he turned it down.
Dang. Yeah. That would have been pretty epic.
And he also said, JJ really doesn't have to tour and perform because the songs he wrote, Leonard Skinner and Eric Clapton, covered all of his songs, so he just goes to the mailbox and picks up his check.
Fucking good to be J.J. Cale.
Yeah.
Let's see. You could have hired Johnny Lang for the South Loop Blues Festival.
Again, we tried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
ZZ Top wanted to play the Blues Festival.
False.
Okay. I knew that one. I just threw that one in for fun. Derek Trucks of Tedeschi Trucks fame was a South Loop Blues performer. True or false?
True.
Really? When was that? Was he solo or was he with somebody?
Same year as the gal up there on the wall, Anna Popovich, played. That was the year he played.
Okay.
And they had a campfire later that night.
Oh, that was a great blues festival.
That was a good one.
That was because Trucks and Anna and Chris Lager all got on stage and
Played
let it
together.
rip.
Yeah,
that was great.
And then they played around the campfire later that night. I don't know what else happened. I left.
Might be best not to know.
Yeah, I think I don't need to know that.
Let's see. Last Blues Fest related question.
Okay.
Matt Guitar Murphy was your favorite performer.
False.
Yeah. Yeah. For various reasons.
Yes.
Let's see. I think this is my last question, unless somebody else wants to add on.
Just feel free, Tyler. I'm
just learning here.
Okay.
The Adventures of Cowboy and Sugar is an illustrated children's book. True or false?
That is false.
It could be.
That was in Chadron,
yes, it was.
Nebraska.
Yeah.
Around a pool table.
Yeah. I don't remember the name of that hotel, but it's old downtown.
Historic.
Yeah, old downtown Chadron, and we had a cousin that had played football at Chadron State.
He played with
Danny Woodhead.
Danny Woodhead, yeah.
Yeah, and so we the family all got together up there, and my cousin Craig got attached the moniker of Cowboy because they had themed rooms. Like, I think we were in like the railroad room or something, and Craig was in the cowboy room, and so the night kind of took on, and Cowboy and Sugar got to be presented to the world, because of course Sugar, Dave Burney,
yes,
world famous
that was
Golden Gloves boxer
from boxing days. Yeah,
that was from my boxing years. Yeah,
he brought in his trophy one time to show me.
Oh, it sits in the kitchen.
Yeah.
It's never made it back in the box. It's right up there with the tomatoes.
Yeah. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
The tomatoes are bigger.
Yeah.
Trophies.
Yeah, that old hotel had a jukebox.
Yes.
That apparently hadn't been worked on forever, because I remember we were playing Led Zeppelin, and it would slowly drag through parts of it, so it'd be like, that kind of thing. It'd be playing along, and then it'd just suddenly drag, and we just kept playing the jukebox. It didn't seem to bother us any.
It's a very rustic hotel. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for playing True or False with David J. Burney today.
Thank you. I didn't expect that. Tyler, will you still speak to me at the fair?
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Brent, will you still do a show with me?
Sure. I enjoyed the segment. It really kind of clarifies a lot of things when it comes to Dave and Paul. So I feel like I truly now understand the Burneys better.
I am a little concerned that Paul may have reinvigorated some old wounds, because I don't remember that when he got ticks all over him, that it was Mother's Day. So now when I go home at lunch today, I'm going to have to go through that again.
And I could be wrong, but that's how I remembered it.
You sure it wasn't Memorial Day?
I don't know. Maybe, but I just had it stuck in my head it was Mother's Day for some reason.
So how long did it take to, how covered in ticks were you? I mean, they were just all over?
It was just kind of one of those things where I had walked through, we were at the Gates sand pits. We would go there to go catfishing a lot.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, we usually stayed on we would usually stay on the north side of that pit. But for whatever reason that day, I thought, well, the inlet's coming in on the other side, so I walked around and then cut through these thickets in the grass and was going to go fish as where the river kind of ran by the pit. And I'm kind of going through there, and you know that feeling when you have your body's telling you something's on you.
Yes. Yeah.
And once you find one,
it was ticks, and then it was I feel them on my legs, and my little boy dropped my pants, and there was just ticks everywhere. I was like, oh.
And I'm across the way saying, what is he dropping his pants for?
I mean, I kept the tidy whities up, but it was just, woo. I had nightmares about that for a while.
Well, I'm going to guess in today's world, I'd probably be arrested for letting you go over there by yourself near the river inlet anyway.
Why?
Well, you should have had a parental...
You guys took me to swimming lessons. You covered your bases. We're good.
Let's see here. This is from Jody Sargent, listening down in Arizona.
Jody.
Said, David J. in the hot seat. Very interesting, enjoyable interview. Well, thank you, Jody. And also Garrett this morning. Thanks a lot for saying hi. And Juan, thank you. And Denise Erickson out in Colorado. Good morning to you as well. Thanks for listening. I don't know if they'll listen again, but we'll give it a shot tomorrow.
Probably want me back tomorrow for more True False.
Maybe.
I think this is a great segment. I think this should be like a monthly feature on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
If we can do that and then have if we can spin some records or play some music afterwards, that'd be good.
I know Tyler would like to do that.
Yeah.
If you could spin a record right now, Tyler, what would it be?
Oh, boy.
Because I know you like your music.
I've been listening a lot to that Red Stray Clays.
Oh, yeah.
A lot.
With you there. That's some really wonderful songs that they put out.
I do.
Yeah, I'm with you. There's some good new groups out there. We was on vacation and saw the Marcus King Band live, and fantastic. I was not disappointed except in the sound. Sometimes you go to a show and the sound isn't quite there. That's always a risk you take with live shows.
Sure.
Yeah. All right, and if you could spin a record right now, let me think. Don Williams.
Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah. And Paul, what do you...
So right now, well, on the way out here, I guess the way to town, I was listening to Ray Wiley Hubbard's Drifter's Hymnal. That's...
Oh, you're into Ray Wiley, huh?
I've been into Ray Wiley for a while. It's like I kind of listen until I burn myself out on him, and then I circle back around and pick it back up.
So who's he play with a lot?
His son plays with him. Like, his son's his guitarist.
Okay.
He's lead guitarist.
He's also tours often with, and I really enjoy theirs. Texas guy?
Band of Heathens he's been with a few times.
Oh, I'll be darned.
I don't know who you're...
I'll get back to you on that. I've got one of their duets in here that they did together. So, pretty good.
Well, he's got like a couple albums that he has like guest performers on. Like he's had Willie Nelson sing with him. Ringo Starr's cut a couple tracks with him.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Ringo Starr did a couple of drum pieces with him.
Hayes Carl.
Hayes Carl, yeah. Ringo Starr in a house playing drums. It was pretty cool to see. Mm-hmm. All right, we are over time. Good thing is it's small market radio and it's locally owned and operated here in Custer County, so we really don't care. We can go over if we want. Paul, it's been fun.
That's been great. Thank you.
Now, I could turn it around on you next time, and we could do some true and false.
Yes, I need to learn more.
And Tyler, I could do some research, and we could have a true and false with you when you were a conventional on the farm doing conventional row crop and cattle.
I've done a good job. When I moved out here, you just keep that in the past.
There's no problem with Brent. He doesn't have any skeletons in the closet or anything.
It's true.
Yeah. Straight shooter.
Let's go to the news.
All right.
Okay.
We'll do that after these words. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
It's a lot of fun.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show with Dave and Brent.
Party Pharmacy in Broken Bow is hosting several flu shot clinics in the upcoming weeks. No appointment is necessary. Bring your insurance card if you have one. Clinics are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. on each day. The next flu shot clinics are Tuesday the 22nd and Friday the 25th. Go get your flu shot at Barney Pharmacy in Broken Bow. Flu shot clinics at Barney Pharmacy in downtown Broken Bow, helping to keep everyone healthy.
Some secrets just can't be kept, like the savings going on this week at the Secret Garden. 50% off fall decorations. That's right, beautiful fall decor, marked down 50%. They are open every Friday, 11:30 to 4:30, and every Saturday from 8:30 until 4:30. The Secret Garden. Psalm 105, verse 1 says, "Give thanks to the Lord and proclaim his greatness. Let the whole world know what he has done." The Secret Garden, 2 1/4 miles west of Myrna on Highway 92 and a half a mile north.
Central Nebraska Medical Clinic invites you to a drive-through flu shot clinic Monday the 21st from noon until 4. Just follow the signs and cones to the employee parking lot, which is north from Memorial Drive and east of the helipad. If possible, wear short sleeves to allow easy access to your arm. If you're planning to attend, just call the clinic at 872-2486 so they can have your paperwork and vaccine ready to go. October 21st, a drive-through flu shot clinic at Central Nebraska Medical Clinic in Broken Bow. Simply put, Agribest Feeds in Callaway has the ranching supplies you need and are looking for, like Sweet Pro Tubs with probiotin that helps cattle perform better while consuming up to 25% less forage. They also have Redmond Mineral Salt, Aeroquip chutes, and portable tub alley systems, plus vet supplies, pet and poultry feed, and dry shod boots. Sometimes the ATV or UTV is the way you want to go. They have drive-through gates ideal for the farm, ranch, hunting, lease, and more. For fencing, barbed wire, posts, and more, visit Agribest Feeds behind the Community Center in Callaway.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News special report. Sweeping changes to the Secret Service recommended after the failed assassination attempt against former President Donald Trump in Butler, Pennsylvania. Correspondent Christopher Cruz on the findings of a bipartisan group appointed by the Department of Homeland Security.
It identified what it describes as systemic issues within the Secret Service. The panel recommends the appointment of a new leadership team from outside the Secret Service and a refocusing of its operations and personnel around its presidential protective mission.
The panel accuses the agency of becoming bureaucratic, complacent, and static. Board member Janet Napolitano.
This is a zero-fail mission.
She says if there is no shakeup, the 52-page report concludes.
Without these recommended reforms, we believe another Butler can and will happen again.
So far, there's been no comment from the Secret Service. CBS News Special Report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
With Progressive, you get more than savings. You get access to us through our mobile app, online chat, or by phone.
Oh, I see what you're doing here, Jamie. Giving me all these ways to stay in touch so I have no excuse not to. Well, you're in luck, because this guy's in the market for a new BFF.
Actually, all our customers can contact us this way.
Oh, yeah, no, I was just kidding.
But I am always up for Taco Pizza!
Jigsaw! Get help from Progressive through the website, app, chat, or phone. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Whether you're ordering wings for the game, whipping up a 7-layer dip, or ordering pizza, there's something about football that makes you want to eat. And this football season, Uber Eats has the best deals on game day food. No matter what you're craving, from 2-for-1 pizza to buy one, get one wings, Uber Eats will be dropping new deals each week, all season long. Uber Eats, official on-demand delivery partner of the NFL. Order now. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Kevin Wyatt.
In the National League Championship Series Game 3, L.A. with a huge win against the New York Mets. Kike Hernandez starting off the offensive barrage.
Hernandez hits it in the air left field. Nimmo back on the warning track. He's at the wall. This ball is gone! Kike Hernandez owns October. A 2-run blast, and the Dodgers double their lead. It's now 4-0 in the 6th.
That was Steven Nelson on KLEC and the Dodgers radio network. Kike Hernandez along with Shohei Ohtani and Max Muncy going deep to help the Dodgers pitching staff of Walker Buehler and 4 relievers combine on the 8-0 victory. LA leads in this series 2-1. In the WNBA Finals, the New York Liberty now lead 2-1 in the best-of-5 series. They rally from down 15 to win it 80-77 against the Minnesota Lynx.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. A red flag warning continues until 7 p.m. tonight. Sunny skies today with daytime highs approaching 79. South winds 20 to 25 miles per hour. 53 tonight, partly cloudy. Chance of rain showers tomorrow, highs level off around 75. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
49 degrees under a sunny sky. You heard that red flag warning, no doubt about that. Winds already out of the south at 5-10 miles per hour. Barometric pressure steady at 29.88. Humidity is at 53%, but that will go low again today. So, again, let's be as careful as we can. No moisture at all in this month of October. Jeremy Shipe covered the fire that started west of Loop City yesterday, and he's got some more information he's going to share with us before we close the show this morning. We're going to also reach out to Matt with Subway and visit with him. So that's all coming up. First, we'll take a break and come back with some information we have to share with you as well. So that's all coming up next.
4-H members believe helping others is important, whether it's providing tutoring to a student who needs a little encouragement or delivering meals to hospice patients. 4-H members dedicate their hands, heads, hearts, and health to serving their communities.
This week and every week in 2024, we salute the 4-H.
Brought to you by the Forget Me Not Shop in Sargent. Jackie is a 4-H'er for life and loves to support their programs that do so much for the youth of our area.
Power Solutions, your local Vermeer equipment and parts connection, wishes everyone a safe and successful harvest this year. Nothing is more frustrating than being let down by your equipment when all you want to do is get your work done efficiently and effectively. Well, kiss those days goodbye by asking Power Solutions about Vermeer equipment. The variety of processes they can help you with is wide. Call Power Solutions at 308-872-5522 or stop by and see them 2 miles east of Broken Bow on Highway 2.
Since its debut in the early 1990s, the pink ribbon has become the international symbol of breast cancer awareness, designed as a way to show solidarity with women who have been diagnosed with breast cancer and to promote awareness of the disease, especially the importance of early detection. Think pink and support the fight against breast cancer.
Brought to you by your friends at the Grocery Cart in Broken Bow. Visit them each week for great weekly specials you can find on gkbrokenbow.com.
9:17, we have Matt on the line with Subway, who's getting ready to go out and do some things. Matt, how are you?
Not too bad.
Good. So, what things are you going to do today?
I got to visit Kearney, Grand Island, and I think Holdridge.
Well, at least Holdridge is kind of close, right?
All right. Well, they're all within an hour and a half, so.
Yeah, for you, that's pretty close. Out taking care of the restaurants. So, Matt, what is happening with any new products, or how are the new products going?
I love the new bread, the ghost pepper bread. I like it. It's not tremendous heat, but it's got a little bit of heat, but it is good.
And you like heat, so
yes,
we'll take your recommendation on that.
I think if it was hotter, it'd be even better. But you got to satisfy a wide range of people, and so not everybody likes extreme. So yeah, it's a good bread.
Yeah, it sounds like it. I haven't had the chance to try it yet. Have you, Brett?
No, I think it just rolled out not too long ago, right, Matt?
Yeah, like a week ago.
A week ago.
Okay. All right. So that's going well. It seems like you folks at Subway have had great success the last few years, actually, with the introductions of new sandwiches and so forth. I mean, I know it's been a long time now, but you brought the wraps out, and then you have all these new things coming, and then, of course, with all the celebrity sandwiches that everybody's paying attention to, you've really had success with that.
Yes, they have. It's gone over really well. I like their new creations. I like their go-to menu where it suggests what's the best way to eat a sandwich, because sometimes we just don't know. And, yeah, it actually is pretty good, some of the ways they have it.
All right, very good. Now, Brent, I'm going to rely on you because you use the app. I do not.
Mm-hmm. I do use the app, yes. And love the specials and deals that you can get just being an app user.
Oh, yeah, it's unreal how many specials we run through that app. And then points you get back. They say about every $30 you spend, you get $2 back. So, I mean, if you eat at Subway once a week, it's kind of a no-brainer because every 2 times you eat there, you're going to get a $2 reward.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm all about saving money, so I use the app at every location I shop at just for that savings.
Yeah. Let's remind everybody about the sidekicks that came on board a while back. I know that those have been popular for you. You still have the dippers, right? You kind of had those come out not too long ago.
Yeah, and actually people have turned those into where they're just eating those for meals, and I'm like, yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm kind of a more protein person, so I don't really care too much for a lot of vegetables, so those are kind of a good go-to.
You know, Matt, I have to jump in here for a moment. It just always strikes me that someone who owns and operates Subways, which are known for their fresh vegetables and the sandwiches, that you're so honest that you're going to say, I'm not a vegetable guy, I'm a protein guy.
Yeah.
And I guess in a way that highlights the fact that you can have your sandwich made however you want.
Yes, it does. And I just look at it that my food eats vegetables, so I get it through the meat.
Oh, wow. Well, there you go. It makes sense when you think about it.
Right. I mean, the cow had to eat some grass in order to get bigger. So, I mean, yeah.
Okay.
What are there two different dippers, Matt, that are available? There's a pepperoni, right?
There's a pepperoni, there's a cheese, and there's a chicken.
Okay. All right. So
I think the
three.
chicken one is probably about the most popular one.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
And then the sidekicks continue to be you still do the pretzel, right?
Yep, pretzel, the churro, and now we have a chocolate chip footlong cookie, and then we have a chocolate mint cookie.
All right.
And a footlong.
Okay. Sounds good. Let's see. Have to ask you about the help situation, of course, here at the Broken Bow location, looking for people to join your team?
Yes, we are. We are always looking for that special ace that might be the piece to our puzzle. So if you're looking for something part-time, full-time, 1 or 2 days a week, we might have a spot for you.
All right. Anything on the horizon that you can promote and kind of make breaking news here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show?
It might snow here soon, but other than that, I don't know.
Well,
What?
I was kind of wondering about like a new product from Subway, but thanks for bringing up the snow idea.
Oh, thanks a lot, Matt.
Not that I have heard. This rollout will probably go into late November, and I don't know what they have on the horizon after that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Anything else you want to mention before we let you go?
Oh, well, it's a good windy day. You might blow yourself into the store and grab yourself a bowl of soup and eat a sandwich.
There you go. Hey, yeah, thanks for bringing that up. Soup is on board again then, correct?
Yes, it is.
All right. And
I believe we have broccoli and cheese, I know for sure.
Okay.
And I think there might be potato, but I don't know if we're doing any of the other ones.
All right. Sounds good.
Thanks so much. Travel safe.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you. It is 9:23. As we mentioned, we'll have Jeremy come in and bring some sanity to the show. And he has some very important information to pass along concerning how hard all the volunteers worked to save property yesterday in the fire that got quite large. And we'll let him tell you the details on that started west of Loop City. So that's coming up.
Yeah.
Right after these words.
Harvest is here and things get busy. Custer Public Power wants to remind you to look up and look out for overhead power lines and electrical equipment that may be in your field and work area. Failure to notice them can be a deadly oversight. One quick look could be a lifesaver. Stop, think, safety first. No one can replace you. This message brought to you by Custer Public Power District, empowering progress.
Happy October from your friends at RTA's Hardware. As the weather continues to cool off, head to Ace Hardware to pick up the RV antifreeze you need. Trust them, you don't want to be too late. And with a price of 2 for $7 on 1 gallon jugs, it's even easier to prevent damage to drains and water lines. It's Fire Prevention Month. Go to Ace Hardware and browse their selection of smoke detectors and fire extinguishers. RTA's Hardware, your locally owned hardware connection in Broken Bow.
It's time to think farm safety.
It's important to make hay while the sun shines, but remember too that haste makes waste. So when it's time to refuel your tractor, give both it and yourself a brief rest. Take a few minutes to let the engine cool and refresh yourself with some water, iced coffee, or soda.
Today and every day in 2024, think and practice safety first.
This farm safety tip brought to you by Trotter's Woe and Go locations across the area, ready to help you stay fueled up during harvest.
9:25, and Jeremy Shipe is in the studio. Jeremy covered the fire yesterday that took place somewhere around noon, I guess it started, Jeremy, near Loop City.
Yeah, late noon, about 9 miles west of Loop City. Yep.
And you went over and viewed it for yourself, filed some reports on the air. Brent had some reports on possible evacuations that may needed to be done. And it burnt quite a few acres, didn't it?
Yeah, I talked to Sherman County Emergency Manager Dan Patterson this morning, and he said they didn't lose any structures as a result of the fire, which is really, really good. And also said that early estimates between 1,000 to 1,200 acres. in just that short amount of time. And they wrapped up in the early morning hours, kind of babysitting it completely. In the later evening hours, they pretty much had the fire out, but they kind of kept an eye on it, obviously, throughout the night, because it could have made some pretty bad progress if it had sparked up again. So they babysat it throughout the night, and just a huge response in the story on SandHillsExpress.com. I've got the list that the Sherman County Sheriff's Office put out about the different departments that responded to it. It was a full-on effort from all across the area. So thank you to all the first responders, and they did a great job putting it out. They had a couple of airplanes up in the air, as I saw from where I was, pretty far away from the fire, just staying out of the way. There were tractors with discs and plows on them trying to get rid of all of the fuel for the fire in front of it. It was just a full-on effort. So,
wow. And as you mentioned, a lot of different departments, and we have to remind ourselves, too, in these kind of weather conditions, the fire chiefs and the departments of each community have to figure out how we can provide assistance, mutual aid, and still be ready in case something happens in our own immediate area. So there's some decisions that have to be made there.
When it's this dry, you really have to strategize with how many trucks you can send. Obviously, your top priority is getting the current fire out, but like you said, you have to be able to respond to some. When it's this dry, anything can spark up at any moment, and you've got to have manpower and other trucks to go to other fires as well. And I found it interesting when I was driving over to the area where it initially sparked. By the time I got there in the 4 o'clock hour, 3.5 hours after it had started, they were far away from that area, and it was black and it already moved miles away. But, it moved so fast. But on the way there, I thought it was interesting. There were so many combines and tractors and trucks left in the field on the way there, and just abandoned. Some of the truck doors were still hanging open with nobody in sight, and I'm like, those are farmers that are volunteer firemen, 100%, that hopped out and got there as quickly, maybe all rode in one vehicle to the fire department in order to go and respond to that. So they're already low on sleep, working late, working early, trying to get that crop in, and here they are fighting a fire until 4:30 in the morning. Just really commendable.
Yeah, very much so. Amazing, actually. And the planes make a big difference, so we appreciate that as well. Earlier in the week, there was a fire just south of Dunning, so we've had two pretty major fires this week, and today's going to get into the upper 70s. Humidities are going to be very, very low again. Winds coming back up. Yesterday we had gusts at 37 and 38 miles an hour, and that's how fast that fire is going to be able to travel if it's not stopped. And a lot of these farmers who aren't even firemen get their equipment and disc things up so it can't travel any further. So community-wide effort.
Yep. Strong effort, and was impressed to see all of their response. And there were a few houses and structures that were in the area, and they had a fire truck sitting right next to them just in case something shifted and moved that direction. But no structures lost is big. In general, it was in an open field area, but there are houses scattered throughout those areas, as we know, and it's good to keep them safe and protected. So all in all, good report at the end of the day. It was controlled, but I think everyone is crossing our fingers even harder that some of this precipitation that's in the forecast actually sticks this time around.
Boy, we sure hope so, Jeremy. Thanks for your coverage, and thanks for the report this morning. Good news.
Yes, definitely.
We'll take a quick time out. We'll come back. We have a few more things to wrap up before we close the show. Stay tuned.
Every weekend in October, acres and acres of pure fear await you in Neenaka Woods. Savage Jack's Trail of Terror and the demons of the underworld corn maze. Plus monster eats, the Hellfire jack-o'-lanterns, axe throwing, and so much more. Neenaka Woods in Gibbon. Open every weekend in October. Discount coupons at Pump and Pantry. Get your tickets now at NeenakaWoods.com. What waits in the woods?
GK Wine and Spirits. Variety, great prices waiting for you. Save on 24 packs of Bud Light and Budweiser, $24.98. Coors Light and Miller Light are $24.98. Butane Genuine Melon Liqueur in 1 liter bottles is $15.98. And Kahlua Rum and Coffee Liqueur is $28.98. Liters of Sheila Cinnamon Cream made with real vanilla are $20.98. As always, get 15% off when you buy 6 or more bottles of wine at GK Wine and Spirits at the back of the grocery cart in Broken Bow.
October is Soybean Cyst Nematode Action Month, and Nick Tinsley with BASF says farmers have tools to protect their soybeans, like crop rotations.
We're also fortunate that a lot of the varieties we have in our seed catalogs have resistance to soybean cyst nematode. Definitely something that should be incorporated into a management plan.
He says it's estimated SCN causes U.S. growers over $1 billion of yield loss each year.
There are seed treatments out there, like Alivo from BASF. In addition to being a fungicide with activity on sudden death syndrome, it's also a nematicide, and so it's going to have a direct negative impact on soybean cyst nematode.
Tinsley says Alivo offers protection no matter the growing conditions.
Having that protection against both is going to provide somewhere in the neighborhood of around a 4.5 bushel benefit, and that's what we've seen over the past decade or so with Alivo.
Formulate your SCN plan by visiting scnactionmonth.com and learn more about Alivo by contacting your local BASF representative. Always read and follow label instructions.
9:32, running a little overtime. Got a little windy this morning inside the studio.
Yeah.
It's not windy too bad outside the studio yet. Definitely was a hurricane here in the studio with the situation that I was put under by my own son.
I enjoyed that true-false segment.
I'm guessing.
That was great. Daddy J.
Yeah. You know, I'm just going to let that pass by.
Okay.
Tyler Peters may not come back. He got pretty quiet there for a while. I think it's probably, what did I get myself into? If you want to have some fun and cut loose just a little bit, here's the thing you can do for today. It's Thursday. And in Cozad, that means this particular Thursday, it's their monthly Sip and Shop from 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. Sales run all day, but the sipping starts at 4 o'clock this afternoon. With the sale items, take a listen. 20 to 40% off ladies' apparel, 30% off fall decor, 40% off fall florals. Some exclusions may apply. Their drink of the month is the Pumpkin Spice White Russian, made with skinny syrups. And those are also available for purchase. Sales and a chance to register for their door prize will run all day. Chance to register for a second door prize from 4 until 7 p.m. Plus, everyone gets a valuable coupon to use on their next visit. They also want to remind the customers that they will close October 21st through the 24th at Rustic and Red in Cozad to prepare for their holiday open house October 25th and 26th. Crazy to think we're talking about holidays, but Rustic and Red wants to be ready. So mark your calendars for their Christmas open house October 25th and 26th.
Couple of job opportunities to remind you of. You can find all of the information for these by going to sandhillsexpress.com and clicking on the employment page. The Nebraska Department of Transportation has an exceptional opportunity for a highway maintenance worker to join their team in Ansley. At the Nebraska Department of Transportation, they reward their employees' hard work with a friendly and supportive work environment that encourages creativity and innovation. They provide training and career development, advancement opportunities, ample paid time off, work-life balance, and a solid comprehensive benefits package. To find out more and to apply, you need to go to this website, statejobs.nebraska.gov. An online state application must be completed. So to apply, you must go to statejobs.nebraska.gov. The state of Nebraska is an equal opportunity veterans preference employer. Also, Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership is looking for an individual to work as a WIC RN or LPN in Loop City. Now, they say this could be a part-time or full-time position depending on the applicant. To qualify, you must have an active RN or LPN license and previous nursing experience. You would be providing assistance to clients at WIC clinics, providing education to clients at WIC clinics as well. To find out more, or if you have any questions, contact CNCAP at 308-745-0780. The extension is 105, or you can apply directly online by going to their website, and that is centralnebraskacap.com.
Tomorrow night at Sylvester's, the Jesse Carr Band will be performing starting at 9 p.m. Now, this band thrives on versatility and multi-genre music. You'll hear vocals that soar from both male and female vocalists, which you don't really get very often in the live music scene. So check it out. Then on Saturday, it's time for another Husker football party. Kickoff is at 11 a.m., and during the first and third quarters, they'll make sure you're in for happy hour at Sly's. Mark your calendars. The annual Halloween party is November 1st, and you can get those costumes ready now. And by the way, the Tim Zach Band will be in town for that annual event, the Halloween party. So live music, Halloween party coming up. Get your costumes ready. Mark your calendars. The Halloween party is November 1st at Sylvester's. But this Saturday, it's a live music on Friday from the Jesse Carr Band. Saturday, of course, the big screens with the Huskers on them, and you can go out and watch the game with your friends.
There you go.
We haven't talked much about the Husker game coming up.
Huge game.
Are we favored?
I don't think so.
Uh-oh.
It's on the road at Indiana. Indiana undefeated. What? I don't know when the last time, 6 games into the year, we've said Indiana undefeated. I don't know if we've ever said that. But they're under new direction with a new head coach who really has them playing well. And as we know, the transfer portal has changed everything.
Yes.
They brought in some talent, and they're playing exceptionally well, top 20 ranked in the nation. So huge game, going to be a lot of fun. Nebraska, Indiana, early kickoff, 11 o'clock, and you can listen to it Saturday beginning at 9 a.m. with pregame coverage on the Huskers radio network on KBBN 95.3 FM.
All right. MNAC.
Yes. Yeah, MNAC volleyball. We're going to actually start that tonight, or I should say middle afternoon, actually.
Yeah.
We're going to be at Anselmo Myrna for the opening round matches that will take place there. We're going to start with Mullen and Twin Loop at 4 o'clock Central Time, and then that'll be followed by Anselmo Myrna and Sand Hills Valley. We'll have radio coverage on KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com. And then on Saturday, I should go back. We'll do a live video stream, too, of the matches tonight, so you can watch them through sandhillsexpress.com. And then we'll have coverage of Saturday's championship day, starting with the semifinals, which will take place in Broken Bow on Saturday. Semifinals will start at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And here's the way we're going to do our radio coverage on Saturday because of Husker football, which will run on KBBN. Our radio coverage for MNAC volleyball will go like this. The semifinals, followed by the third-place consolation game, will be broadcast on KCNI 1280 AM and 96.3 FM, KCNI1280.com. And then the championship match on Saturday is scheduled to start at around 5:30 or so. By the time we hit that time, Husker football coverage should be done because it's an early kickoff. So to expand our radio coverage, we'll move the championship match over to KBBN 95.3 FM on Saturday beginning around 5:30. All of those matches we cover on Saturday will also be live video streamed through sandhillsexpress.com.
All right. Thank you, Brad.
Yep.
Now, for video tonight, will Happy Jack Black White Simpson be the video guy?
I sure hope so because I'm planning on it.
Okay. He'll be there.
Yeah.
He'll also be over on KCNI today with good country music. We've got rock music lined up for you all the way up until 10, and then we go to Awesome 80s. I think there'll be some rock in there.
Yeah. It's the party hits, the rock and party hits of the 80s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You might catch a little Paula Abdul during the 80s show. I know that's why Dave tunes in. Straight up now, tell me, do you really want to love me?
I don't want you to go on.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I've just about had enough for today.
Okay, we'll let you go, Daddy J.